What if I told you there's something Sauron feared even more than massive armies, or the destruction of the One Ring? What if Sauron's true nightmare was a goofy little guy in yellow boots? No alliance of men, elves, and dwarves. No war horns, magical artifacts. Just Tom Bombadil wearing the One Ring. The happy singer with the silly rhymes who skips through danger like he's on a walk in the park. Imagine him, the one who laughed at the ring, actually putting it on and using it. You might be thinking, Tom doesn't care about power, right? Exactly, and that's what makes him terrifying. Before I start speculating, let's back up for a second. If you've only watched the movies, you could be a bit confused. Tom Bombadil doesn't appear in Peter Jackson's films. But in the books, he's one of the most mysterious and powerful beings in all of Tolkien's world. We meet him in the Fellowship of the Ring when the hobbits are in danger. First, the trees try to eat them, then a barrow wight traps them underground. Tom shows up, sings a song, and saves them, twice. Just like that. He commands nature like it's nothing. Old Man Willow, barrow wights, the land itself, they all listen to him. Even the ring does. Frodo gives Tom the One Ring. Tom puts it on and nothing happens. He doesn't vanish. He doesn't feel a pull. He laughs, flips the ring in the air, and hands it back. Frodo even tests it again. Puts the ring on, tries to hide. Tom just looks at him and smiles. "Don't play tricks on me," he says. "Wait, what? This ring has corrupted kings, elves, wizards, and hobbits. But Tom Bombadil treats it like a toy. How is that even possible?" To understand how big this is, let's quickly remember what the ring actually does. The One Ring isn't just a trinket. It holds part of Sauron's soul. It controls all the other rings of power. It makes its wearer invisible, but more than that, it pulls you into Sauron's world. It whispers to you and it corrupts you slowly. It promises power, then turns you into a slave. Even Gandalf refused to take it. He said the temptation would be too strong. Galadriel, too, she passed the test and refused the ring, even when it offered her a queenly throne. But Tom Bombadil, he doesn't even blink. He's not immune because he's stronger than Sauron. He's immune because he just doesn't care. And that's exactly why Sauron should be terrified. See, Sauron's power feeds on fear, greed, domination. He manipulates hearts. He twists desires. That's how he wins. But what happens when he faces someone who can't be tempted? Sauron's worst enemy wouldn't be someone more powerful than him. It would be someone untouchable, someone whose mind can't be invaded, whose heart can't be corrupted, someone who's outside the whole game. Tom Bombadil is the ultimate troll to Sauron's grand plan. Because if the One Ring can't tempt him, it also can't control him. And what if he chose to wear it? Just imagine. No corruption, no madness, no slow descent like Gollum or Boromir. Just Tom being Tom, with the most dangerous weapon in Middle-earth on his finger. He could walk into Mordor, sing a song, and leave untouched. Now here's the twist. Tom Bombadil would never actually use the ring. He has no interest in power. He's not a king, a wizard, or a warrior. When Elrond and the council discuss giving him the ring, Gandalf says something important. Tom wouldn't care. He might forget it, lose it, or toss it away. And he probably would. But this only makes the idea of him using it scarier. Because if he ever chose to act, the ring couldn't stop him. Sauron couldn't reach him. The Nazgul would be powerless. The ring's whispers would bounce off him like raindrops. That kind of freedom, it's alien to Sauron. Tom Bombadil isn't just resistant to the ring, he's proof that its power isn't absolute. That's what makes him a nightmare. Tom Bombadil holding the One Ring doesn't just break the rules of Middle-earth, it breaks the fear behind them. He's the proof that power means nothing to those who truly don't want it. And maybe that's the lesson Tolkien wanted us to learn all along. If you made it this far, you clearly like deep Tolkien lore. So go ahead, subscribe, like the video, and drop a comment. Would Tom accidentally defeat Sauron by ignoring him? But if you're wondering what would really happen if Tom Bombadil faced Sauron head-on with the ring in his hand and a song on his lips, then stay tuned. Alright, so let's go full madness. Let's speculate that Tom Bombadil actually takes the ring. Not by accident, not just to examine it, but on purpose. He walks out of his forest, through Middle-earth, and heads for Mordor. Would the world survive that? Well, first off, could Sauron even see him coming? The eye of Sauron scans the world for anyone who dares to touch the ring. He senses it on Frodo. He nearly sees it on Amon Hen. But when Tom wears it, I highly doubt it. It's like he's invisible, even to the Dark Lord. Tom doesn't disappear like Frodo does, but he sort of doesn't exist on the same plane. He's immune to the ring's rules, so maybe Sauron's eye just slips off him, can't track him, can't grasp him. Imagine Sauron sensing the ring moving across the map, but with no will behind it. No greed or fear, just joy? That would mess him up. So what if Tom gets to Mount Doom? Let's be clear, he could. He's unaffected by fear, shadow, or magic. The Nazgul can't touch him. Orcs wouldn't scare him. The mouth of Sauron would try to negotiate, and Tom would probably just hum at him until he got bored. So he walks into the cracks of doom, stands over the fire, and then, what? He wouldn't want to use the ring. He wouldn't want to destroy it either. He might drop it, or juggle it, or forget why he came. That's the core problem. Tom has power, but he also has detachment. That's why the Council of Elrond didn't choose him. They didn't think he was reliable, and they're probably right. Tom wouldn't be corrupted, but he also might not care enough to finish the job. He's like nature itself, unmoved, indifferent. He was here before the ring, and he'll be here after. So it's not a perfect plan. But the scariest part? He could actually wield the ring and stay the same. Let's flip it again. What if, just for a moment, Tom Bombadil decided to use the ring? Could he command it? The ring wants to go back to Sauron. It resists everyone. Even Frodo couldn't throw it into the fire. Boromir wanted to use it for good and lost himself. Galadriel refused it to protect the world from herself. But with Tom, there's no resistance. He doesn't want power. He doesn't crave domination. So the ring has nothing to offer him. And because of that, he might just command it like it's a rock on the ground. He could use it not to rule others, but to walk untouched through every army in Mordor. Like a living cheat code. The ring doesn't work on him. That might mean the ring works for him. Now that is nightmare fuel for Sauron. Let's be clear. Tom Bombadil isn't a warrior, and we're just theory crafting here. He wouldn't pick up a sword and charge Barad-dûr. He wouldn't duel the Witch King or ride into battle like Aragorn, but he doesn't have to. If Tom wears the ring and walks into Mordor, the entire system breaks. The rules stop working. Fear, shadow, control, they all collapse. Sauron rules through dominance, but what do you do with someone you can't dominate? The ring obeys no one, but it respects Sauron because he forged it. If Tom wears the ring and still refuses to change, Sauron loses his mystique. His entire myth, the idea that no one can resist, gets shattered, and here's where it gets wild. There's a theory that Tom Bombadil might be older than Sauron, older than the ring, older than the world itself. In Tolkien's own words, Tom is the spirit of the vanishing countryside. He has no origin, no father, no name beyond what others call him. Tom Bombadil simply is. Sauron was a Maya, a servant of the Valar, a powerful one but still created. Tom? We don't even know if he was created. If that's true, then Tom Bombadil is not just Sauron's nightmare. He's his elder. At the end of the day, Tolkien's world isn't about who has the most magic or muscle. It's about choosing mercy over control. Gandalf doesn't fight with fireballs, he fights with wisdom. Frodo wins not by strength, but by choosing to carry the burden. Sam is a hero not because of weapons, but because of loyalty. And Tom Bombadil? He might be the purest example of Tolkien's message. Someone who has power, sees evil, and simply says, no thank you. That's the kind of power that terrifies tyrants. It's not louder, it's quieter, but it never breaks. So, would Tom Bombadil marching into Mordor singing about lilies and laughing at Nazgul before actually defeating Sauron? My answer is no. Theory crafting might be fun, and that's always my intention. But the works of Tolkien are perfect the way they are. He left plenty of room for speculation, which makes the lore even more powerful. Let us know what you think. Would Tom Bombadil just confuse Sauron into submission? Or would he toss the ring into Mount Doom because it got in the way of his wildflowers? Drop your theories below. Hit like, and if you want more deep, weird, and surprising Tolkien stories, make sure to subscribe, because Middle-earth is full of forgotten legends, and some of them wears yellow boots.